Come to your mat, sitting on your heels. Right hand over your heart, left hand over your belly. And let's just take in some really deep breaths. Set your intention for the day. Thank yourself for coming to the mat. Let's get some loud exhales in there. Let's roll around our neck a bit, going from the right to the left. And then in the opposite direction. Tilt your head to the side, pushing down with your right hand and pushing down with your left hand in the opposite direction, and switch sides. This will help stretch out the sides of the neck. Roll through the hips. Sway through, just push out any stagnant energy. Clasp your hands behind your head, behind your back, and lean forward, moving your hands up to the sky if possible. Let's come onto all fours for a second and find yourself on your back. Legs can be in butterfly, hands can be extended over your head. Right hand over your heart, left hand over your belly. Sending yourself love and good energy. There's nowhere to go, there's nowhere to be. We're going to take a slow class today. No point in rushing. Bring that right knee towards you and move it in a circle just to slowly warm up those hips. Extend out. You can rub the back of your hamstrings like you see here, and you can bend and extend your legs, just warming up those hamstrings. You could bend, rotate, and now the other side. Massage those hamstrings. Bend and extend. You can flex and point your feet. Just getting some movement in there. Find your way back to sitting on your heels. Let's roll out those wrists. And flex your left hand down and the opposite, just stretching out those wrists. Reverse, top of your hand pushing down. Back to all fours here. We're just going to do some cat-cows. Your wrists should be aligned with your shoulders, your hips aligned with your knees. When you're doing your cows, you want to focus on the upper back and your lower back in those cats. You can swirl around, move around however you'd like, just getting all that energy out of your body. Anything that doesn't need to be there. Come back to child's pose. Place your hands on your fingertips for a deeper stretch. Your child's pose can be either knees wide open or closed. Just send those thoughts back to the ground. Slow down. Yoga is meant to be a time for not just contemplation, but just surrendering and letting go. Stretch to the left with your right palm over your left hand, stretching out that right side of your body. Bring your hands forward and to the right, stretching out that left side of the body, keeping your left hand over your right hand. Fully extended, remain seated. And out in front of you again. Let's go back to all fours. You're going to extend out your left leg all the way straight and your right hand straight and balance on your left hand. Bring your elbow to your knee about 5 times, attempting to extend out straight as much as possible. This is both a balancing and a strengthening exercise. We're still warming up now, so switch sides, left hand extended, right leg extended, bringing your knee to your elbow. A few more times. We won't be here long. And down dog. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Getting in your first down dog of the day. Making sure your back is as straight as possible. Hips to the sky. Roll in to plank and then back to down dog. Back to plank. Back to down dog. Lift up your left knee and bend and extend a few times. You can roll out the hip however you'd like. And bring your left knee to your left shoulder. And to the center. And left knee to right shoulder, extending out. Do a quick balance. Lift your right hand up. For more advanced yogis, you can lift up that left leg, swim it back through. Lift your right leg, bend and extend a few times. Knee to shoulder, knee to center, and knee to left hand, extending up your left hand to the sky, right leg forward. You can lift up your right leg if possible and swim it back. Keep your right knee bent and your left hand extended out above your head. Just stretching out that side real quick. And switch sides. So left knee bent, right leg still extended out at a diagonal. Your right hand either straight up to the sky or over your head. Back to all fours. Back to seated on your heels, right hand over your heart, left hand over your belly. Just taking some deep breaths. I like to take lots of breaks in between each of my series. Find yourself back, seated, on your bottom with your legs extended out in front of you. You can bend and flex your feet. You can rotate out, just warming up those hips. Rotate both feet and point. Rotate and point. Extend your hands up and fold forward. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee, whatever you need to do to really get into that forward fold. Place your right foot around your left leg and do a slight twist here. You can wrap your left hand over your right knee. I like to rock from side to side. It helps to stretch out that bottom area. And a forward bend again, just bending each of your legs. Just flowing through. And now switch sides. We're going to do a twist again on the other side. So left leg over right leg. And hook your right hand over your left knee for a slight twist. Bring your legs to butterfly. You can pulse them out here if you'd like. You can grab the front of your toes, keep your back as straight as possible, look up, and bend forward. Look up again and stretch forward. Extend your right leg out and your left leg out and straddle, getting some more winding and stretching in. So sway to the right, sway to the left, in a bit of a dancing motion. Bring your right hand over your head and reach towards your left side for a right stretch. Lift both hands above your head and bring your face towards your knee. Now center stretch, and now right stretch. Left hand over your head towards your feet, and now facing your leg. Trying to bring your head towards your feet as flat back as possible. Back to center. You can grab a block here. You can place it under your forehead on the highest point and just relax, let go. It's really important to sit in these stretches and to sit in all of your yoga poses for as long as possible. That's what's going to help you advance. So again, just releasing those thoughts back to the ground, slowing down, coming back to present. If your mind wanders, just bring it back. Continue to release, continue to surrender. Find places in your body to let go. You can move into a deeper stretch if possible. Keep sending those thoughts back to the ground. Just let everything go. Just release. You can remove your block. Bring your knees together. Find yourself back into down dog. And rock out those legs. Come to plank. You can pulse forward. You can move in a circle. Rotate opposite direction. Just warming up those wrists. Try to keep the center of your body level. Chaturanga, up dog. You can move your head to the right, head to the left, and down dog. Walk up slowly towards the top of your mat. Flat back and fold forward. Bring your legs hips distance wide. And just stay in that forward fold. You could bring your left hand to the ground, right hand to the sky for a slight twist, and switch sides, bending the opposite knee both times. And just lay here, just hang out. You're going to be here for a while. Command your body to let go. Command it to release. Just surrender to the pose. There's nowhere you need to be. Bring your thoughts back to the present. Step or jump back to plank, chaturanga, and up dog. Great job. Down dog. Bend your knees, jump or step forward. Flat back. Fold forward. And let's do that again. So legs hip distance wide. And let's just hang. You could bend your elbows, grabbing opposite arms. Releasing those thoughts back to the ground, just letting go, completely surrendering. Right hand to the ground, left hand up. Right knee bent, slight twist. And switch sides. Left hand to the ground, right hand up, left knee bends. Step back to plank and down dog. Bend your knees, jump or step forward, or walk slowly. Flat back, fold forward, and we're going to do this one more time. So feet hip distance apart, just hang there. Keep your hands by your arms, elbows bent, and just sway. You can keep your hands clasped behind your back, lift them up to the sky, bend that right knee, bend that left knee. You can do a twist. And only go as far as your body will let you. Step back to plank and down dog. And let's come down to a child's pose. Great job. Relax with your hands extended out in front of you. Elbows should be off the ground. Hips to the heels. Really think about elongating your back and flattening your back. Forehead should be on the ground. And down dog. Bend your knees, step or hop forward. Let's come into chair. Just for a little bit. Don't worry, we won't be here long. And straighten, arms extended up. Fold forward, flat back, fold forward. You can do that one more time. Chair, knee should be bent. You can twist here if you'd like. So left elbow over your right knee, both palms pressing it up against one another. Back to center, straighten. Fold forward, flat back, fold forward. One more time. Chair pose and twist. Right elbow over left knee. Left palm should be pressing against the right palm, helping you to really twist out that back. Step back with your right leg, knee to the ground, left knee bent, hands on your knees, getting that hamstring stretched out in the front of your back thigh. Bend and extend your left knee. Just feeling out that left hamstring. Bring your left knee back, right knee forward. Hands over your right knee or over your head. Bend and extend a few times, stretching out that hamstring and that left front thigh. Lift your left knee off the ground and twist. Left elbow over right knee. For more advanced yogis, you can extend your hands out. Or we're just going to do a quick puppy pose now. So hands extended out, hips to the air, and chin onto the ground if possible. Back to child's pose, hands extended out. Forehead to the ground, trying to straighten out that back. Bring your left knee forward, right leg back, knee on the ground. Bend and extend your left knee. Straighten out that leg and twist. Right shoulder over left knee, left palm pressing against right palm. Arms can be open for more advanced yogis. Right knee back down and left knee back to child's pose. Back to puppy pose, chin to the ground. Bring your right knee forward again, continuing that stretch, bend and flex your right leg. And back up. Left knee off the ground and twist. Palms pushing up against one another to help you with that twist. You can open up your hands and your arms for more advanced yogis. Knee back to the ground and another puppy pose. Chin to the ground. Child's pose. Roll out those wrists. Roll out that neck. Back to down dog, lift your left leg up to the sky and bring your knee forward into pigeon pose. So left knee should be as perpendicular as possible at a 90-degree angle. Forehead can be on the block or on the ground. Hips should be squared. Just releasing those thoughts back to the ground, taking your time, bringing yourself back to the present moment. We're going to be here for a little bit. It's really important to sit in these poses for a long time. It's important to release any emotions that come up. If any thoughts come up, just notice them and let them go. Really breathing into that hip. You can roll your forehead from left to right on the block. Remove the block. Back to down dog. You can bend and extend that left leg. And back down. Right leg extended and forward into pigeon. Right knee should be bent at a 90-degree angle. And hips should be perpendicular to the ground. Forehead on the ground if possible, or on the block. I like to sway from left to right sometimes. It helps to release any stagnant energy. Whatever traumas you're carrying. Just nurse yourself here, take care of your body. Send yourself lots of light and love. Just a few seconds more. Taking in deep breaths. Almost there. We carry a lot of trauma in the hips. It's so important to sit in them. Lift yourself up slowly. Bring in the left knee. You can sit in butterfly. Just pulse out your knees here. Hands over your feet and fold forward. Both hands to the sky and fold forward. Legs extended out in front of you. You can bend or flex your feet. You can massage your legs. Just moving out any tension, any soreness, any discomfort. Just pulsing out that butterfly. And then hands back around your feet. Sitting straight up and fold forward. We're going to come to a wide center pose. Bring your hands clasped behind your back and fold forward. The goal here is try to get your head to the ground. If not, you can grab a block. Elbows should be bent. Hands should be by your ears, but in line with your feet. Let's stretch to the left. Back to center. And stretch to the right. You can roll out those hips, just rock from side to side. We're going to do that one more time. So hands clasped behind your back and fold forward. You can do a yogi stretch with your 2 fingers around your toes. And trying to bring your forehead to the ground. It's important to move and breathe through these poses. Walk your feet back together and stand up slowly. Let's take a block and sit in Vinyasa. Left hand to the ground, right hand to the sky. Slight twist. I always like to have some support during Vinyasa, but if you're comfortable without it, that's great too. And switch sides. You can attempt to bring your right hand and wrap it around your knee. You can come center, pushing your knees apart, and switch sides. And you could try to wrap your elbow around your knee and clasp your hands behind your back for a slight twist. and switch sides. Let's do that again. As you can see, I can't completely wrap my elbow around my knee here or clasp, but it's important to try. In center. And now stand up. Let's just hang here for a second. So elbows bent, dangling forward, just releasing those thoughts. Keep letting everything go. Like I said, it's really important to hold these poses for a long time. It really allows you to release and let go. Let's walk your feet back closer together. Slowly roll up. You can massage out those hips. You can rotate out your hips. Roll out those feet if you'd like. And let's come back. Seated, legs extended out in front of you. Right knee bent for a twist. And switch sides, right foot over left leg, and twist. Do that one more time on the opposite side. You could bend your left knee as much as possible. For a double lotus. Place a block under your knees if you can't come down all the way. This is a very deep hip stretch. If you feel any pain come out of it, we're going to switch sides. So right knee bent and left knee over your right knee. So both knees ideally should be as close to on top of one another as possible. If that's not possible, or if one hip is too high, you can place a block underneath for support and fold forward. Hands extended out in front of you. You can knock that tension out by hitting certain areas of the body where you feel most tense. It really helps to let go. You'll notice at one point here in the video that I'm able to remove the block because it allowed me to let go a little bit more. Sit in butterfly, hands over your feet, back straight and fold forward. Extend your legs out in front of you. Right hand to the sky. And right hand to left foot. You could try to do a twist here if you'd like. Wrap your right elbow around your right knee and clasp your hands behind your back and fold forward. Bring your right knee into butterfly, hands to the sky, and fold forward around that left foot. Keep breathing. Hands to the sky. Bring your right foot into lotus. If possible, you can tuck your right foot into your left hip, hands to the sky, and fold forward. This is an advanced pose. If you can't do it, just stay in the last position that you were in. No need to push for lotus. And switch sides, bring your knee in, your left knee in, left arm up, and fold forward to your right foot. You can wrap your left elbow around your left knee, clasp your hands behind your back. Bring that left knee back into butterfly, hands up, and fold forward. Hands up to the sky. If possible, bring your left foot into your right hip crease for a lotus. If your knee is off the ground, place a block underneath your knee for support. If possible, you can bring both arms under that leg and push forward towards you. Or just keep that foot tucked into lotus. Bend your right knee for double lotus. And you can roll forward and come into puppy. So hands extended out, hips to the sky, and chin to the ground, looking forward. Back to child's pose, hands extended out, hands on fingertips. Bring the legs back in front of you. Lie on your back, bend your knees. We're just going to lift our hips to the sky, shoulders underneath you. Just pulse your hips up a few times. You can pulse your right cheek, pulse the left cheek, and back down and back up. Just keep pulsing. Squeeze at the top. Pulse your right cheek, pulse your left cheek. Pulse both cheeks. And back down. You can place a block underneath your lower back. And release into a supported bridge. You could bring your right foot to the sky, switch sides, left foot to the sky, down. We're going to do this a few more times. So release that block, knock in your knees for a second, and relax. Take in some really deep breaths. Let's do that again. Take the block, place it underneath you, into your lower back, and release the supported bridge. Release the block, knock your knees in, take in some deep breaths. Last time here, lift up and place that block beneath you for a supported bridge. Toes should be facing inwards. And release that block. Right hand over belly. Left hand over belly, right hand over heart. Knock in those knees. We're almost there. Give yourself a big hug and take in some deep breaths here. We're going to do some crunches. Crunch at your own pace. Keep going. You can lift your right knee. You can turn out for all those ballerinas that like to turn out. You can point your toe. Just keep crunching here. And switch sides. Left leg up. Knee bent. Just keep crunching. You can turn out a bit if you'd like. Just getting into different pieces of your center and give yourself a big hug. Extend your legs out in front of you. Take in some deep breaths. Bring yourself back up. We're just going to play a little bit here towards 10 more minutes of class. So we're just going to do some crows. So bring your knees above your elbows and attempt to bring your toes towards your bottom. So both palms on the ground, knees bent and around your shoulders, and then try to tuck in your knees above your elbows. And relax. And we're going to do that one more time. More advanced yogis will be able to tuck their knees into their armpits. But upper arm is okay for now. And just try to get your toes up to your bottom and balance and release. Just come to center for a second. We're going to do some side crows. So relax here on your tippy toes, sitting on your heels. Both hands to the right side of you. A slight twist. The goal here is to bring your knees above your elbow, both feet off the ground, and balancing on that left hand, or the left arm. And one more time, so both knees are being placed on that left upper arm. And relax. So switch sides, both hands on the ground for a slight twist, knees in front of you, and now try to balance both those knees above that elbow. And one more time, try to balance those knees above that right elbow, trying to pick those toes up off the ground if you can. I know it's hard. And one more time, both hands flat on the ground, trying to lift those toes off the ground. You made it. Great job. So back to child's pose, hands extended out in front of you. Extend your legs out in front of you and bring a block in front of your feet for a really deep forward bend. Try to flatten your back and try to bring your head towards your feet. Massage out those thighs. Let's lay back down on our backs and give ourselves a big hug again. Knees into chest. And release. Final release. So legs out in Shavasana, legs wider than the mat. Hands out to the sides and open, facing up, eyes closed. You are love, you are light, you made it. You sent back all those thoughts back to the ground. You sent out all that negative energy back to whoever gave it to you. You brought back your power. Be here for a good 5 minutes, so just keep bringing yourself back to your breath, back to the present. Shavasana is the most important pose in yoga. Keep breathing, just regular breaths, soft breaths.
will fade away. I'll take my time, I'll be fine. These feelings will fade away. If I stay one more night, will you be by my side? If I stay one more night, will you just hold me tight? You took all of me the very moment I laid eyes on you. I'll give you everything in exchange. I'll ask nothing of you. Why can't you see?
Extend your hands over your head.
See,
Just wake up those feet and those
all you
hands.
need is right in front of you. I'll take my time.
Bend your knees and roll over to one side,
These feelings will
laying your head on your arms.
fade away. I'll take my time, I'll be fine. These feelings
Push off the
will
ground, head comes last, and come into a seated
fade
pose.
away. If I
Right
stay
hand over
one
heart,
more
left hand
night,
over
will
belly.
you be by my side?
Thanking yourself so much for coming today. Sending yourself the
If I
deepest
stay
amount of love
one more
possible.
night, will you just hold me tight?
You have arrived. You are here.
I'm lost and I'm broken.
Hands on your
I'm
knees.
tired. I'm hoping just unmold me. It's unholy.
Hands
But
to the
I'm
top of your
dying,
head.
so unclothe me. I'm lost and I'm broken. I'm tired. I'm hoping just unmold me.
And namaste, everyone.
But I'm dying, so unclothe me. 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 I'm dying, so unclothe